Hi, my name's Tim, and this is my review of what's it called? Dungeon Academy No Humans Allowed by Madeleine Roux and illustrations by Tim Probert. So, my wife bought me this book from, I think it's The Works. Yeah, The Works. £2. We play D&D. We play D&D every week, and I love reading, so she bought me this book. This is a. Let me read the blurb first. It's quite a long one, but still. Welcome to Dungeon Academy, where monsters and creatures train for the dark world that awaits just beyond the dungeon walls. But Zeladora, Zelly, Stormclash, isn't a monster or a creature. She's something far worse. Zelly is a human. Disguised as a minotaur, Zelly keeps to herself and does her work. While in class, Zelly learns of the great human adventurer, Aladora Steelstrike, who oddly resembles her. Could Zelly also be a Steelstrike? Seeking answers to her true lineage, Zelly embarks on a dangerous adventure, but she won't be alone. A vegan owlbear, a cowardly kobold, and a shape-shifting mimic will join Zelly on her quest for truth. And who knows, maybe these monstrous misfits may discover truths of their own. So, yeah, this is on the front cover. You see that's her dressed as a minotaur, so she's got fake horns and a fake tail. There's the kobold, there's the owlbear, there's a blink dog, there's the mimic. They're like the main characters. You see a slard, there's a knoll. I don't think a knoll's even in the story. On the back, you see a beholder and some skeletons. So, this is a great story. Actually, I really enjoyed it. It's set in a school. I really love the idea of a school for monsters. I think where they learn to become challengers for adventurers. I think that's brilliant. I think that's really, really good. Uh, the characters, the side characters, the kobold, the mimic, and the owlbear are all great. The star is Zelly. She has quite a lot going on. She is adopted by some mentors, but she is a human. So we adopted something that I'm kind of interested in naturally. And it's about her finding she thinks is her mother, um, Aladora Steelstrike, because they learn that humans are terrible adventurers and they kill all these monsters that just try to do their jobs. I gave this 4 stars. I think the writing's great. The art inside, like, it's kind of spooky, but in a fun kid way. You know what I mean? Like, I think a kid won't. That's one of the scarier pictures. Let's find another one. So there's like all little uh illustrations during the story. They're not all like kind of full page ones. The Demi Lich being the teacher, and he doesn't know he's dead, and he just refuses to stop teaching. Um, but yeah, I think this is great. It's it's a fun adventure. It's a fun kind of kid friendly adventure. But Zelly does go through quite a lot of thinking about her situation and a lot of deciding who she's going to be. Each character like has their moment as well, and are quite funny characters to begin with. The reason it just didn't quite get to 5 stars for me, and I think that's because I don't know. I felt the pacing seemed a little bit off. I looked through and I was like, they spent too much time in the school because she decides, right, I'm gonna go. This is what I'm gonna do. Um, and I thought, well, she spends too long doing that. But actually, it only takes the book's like 200 pages, and it takes 60 pages for them to like get out of the school, and so that's about a quarter of the book. It's a quarter of the book by chapter length, and so that's reasonable. But it just felt a bit long. I was like, cool, they've decided they're going, and then there's just another chapter where they're still in the school. They have a situation where, and I think they get out of it way too easily, way too easily. In the middle of the book, and then towards the end, though, I think it's great. And I am definitely. I think there's another book in the series that's already out, so I will keep an eye out for that. But I really recommend reading it. As a D&D fan, there's so many. There's so many Easter eggs and nods. Even like the first creature they discuss is a slard, like the most D&D monster who's on like school exchange from Limbo. So, but I also think just this concept, I think would be a great idea for a campaign. So yeah, Dungeon Academy. No humans allowed. 4 stars.